The city is asking for public input on a proposed interpretive center to celebrate Black history in St. Catharines.
We're having a public open house to give the public some information about where our consultants have been working with regards to looking at the feasibility of establishing a Black History Interpretive Center in St. Catharines to really tell the story of the Underground Railroad and Black history in our community.
Can you tell me about the survey?
Well, the survey really asked people about their experience with both Black history sites in Niagara and in the greater area of Ontario, but also just attractions and cultural sites in Niagara and St. Catharines. Asked people whether they attended those sites, how often, what their thoughts were, and then the idea of Black History Interpretive Center, whether they had support for the idea, first of all, and then also any commentary they might have regarding how that should be done, what stories should we tell, that kind of thing.
4 sites are currently under consideration for the proposed Black History Interpretive Center.
The parking garage downtown, I'm not sure if it has any significance. That's one of the problems that we see in developing that as a future museum or interpretive facility. The old courthouse has a lot of significance. It's a beautiful old building. It has a number of other uses in it at this point. And it has some issues with it as far as parking and accessibility and things like that for a museum. The Lock 3 Museum has a lot of the kinds of facilities. Obviously it's a museum, so it has a lot of the facilities that you want to have, like parking and access and sort of other facilities for people. But fundamentally, the BME Church has the heritage value. It is the place where history happened. And so that is one of the reasons that we brought it to the table to be discussed.
The consulting firm also studied other Black history sites in southern Ontario and the U.S. They also looked at how a St. Catharines site could help promote Black history in Niagara as a whole.
One of the things we've done is to take a regional approach, and we've looked at a lot of different facilities in Fort Erie, Niagara Falls, Niagara-on-the-Lake. All of them could start to build a regional story, a much more sort of broader attraction. The facilities are also being developed in Niagara Falls, New York, and Buffalo, New York. So again, it's even an international regional approach to the story of the Underground Railroad.
What is the next step after today's open house?
Well, we'll take any public feedback that we get from the open house today, and that will be taken a look at versus what we currently have in the study, where they're at with the study, make recommendation changes if needed, and then from there we'll have a draft feasibility study that we can take to our Black History Committee, and that will eventually go to Council to approve the direction that we're getting from that study.
If you're interested in more information and would like to take the survey, log on to stcatharines.ca/blackhistory. In St. Catharines, for The Source, I'm Kendra Dyer.